Oh, okay, we got a little room to work with here, okay. Lovely. What was I... Oh yeah. There's other things about 3D printing. Now I'm completely derping on them. What is... Oh, what is this? Chlorosilanes? I don't know how to pronounce that. But that's... always confuses me. I have no idea what it is. Every time I have to look it up. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I don't know. I've had a thought about 3D printing. I haven't heard anybody else mention. I think, okay, so like, people are like, oh, 3D printed houses are going to be amazing and just amazing. To my understanding, and I'm not going to claim to be, an expert on the subject. But to my understanding, you don't need like the problem with the housing market, at least for most of the world, or the sort of housing crisis that most of the world's facing right now, like hold on, I have injuries I need to heal. It's not affordability. It's not the price of materials. It's availability. It's like, well, availability though. It's like the amount. It's the number of houses available. There's not enough, and that's the thing that's driving the prices up. It's not that we can't build houses fast enough, it's that there's nowhere to build them. That's my understanding anyway. I could be wrong, but point being, 3D printed houses is not it's cool, and it's not necessarily something that shouldn't be looked into, but it's not a thing that it's not going to be the saving grace that people want to believe it will be, or want to pretend it'll be. But that being said, I do have some. I do have some problems with the sort of implementation. So the idea with the 3D printed house, to my understanding, is that you get a giant ass printer that can print out an entire ass house. That's also it's one way to look at it, but in my mind, so you need to have a specialized printer that's an entire thing, and it has to have its, you have to ship the whole damn thing on site, right, and all that stuff. And it's, going to be a bespoke house printer instead of just, it's not going to just be, your everyday sort of printer. So which kind of defeats a lot of the purpose of 3D printing stuff, but because it's a availability thing. We're we've made this construction thing, we've made this potential manufacturing thing small and affordable enough that it can be it is practical for for a consumer to have it, and not and it's not exclusive to a company or particularly rich or dedicated individuals, say a CNC machine. or like, you know, other, like, you know, like. So, in my mind, if I was going to go with a 3D printer, if I was going to spend any effort or time worrying about the 3D printed houses, I would be like, we need to make fucking like Legos. Like modular like brick system. But like, okay, you need to, okay, you want to build a house, you want to 3D print a house, okay, so like, you start with one printer, and you print as many like of these blocks as you can, and at the very least, you know, theoretically, it would take a very long time, presumably, to build an entire house out of, I don't know, like 1 foot, like 1 foot by 1 foot, or like 1 foot cubed blocks, you know, but that being said, like, you know, you could actually do it, where like, with, you know, relatively, with, instead of, you know, buying like a $200 printer instead of like a, you know, $10,000 printer that would have to, you know, print out the entire house. You know, and then like you can scale up from there, and also it wouldn't be a foot cubed, but that was just an example. Yeah, we're not fighting anymore. I'm done. Just came. I saw. I conquered. Still gotta find that chlorine though. But yeah. Oh. There we go. So yeah, that's what I would do. Focus on, like, you know, being able to actually supply that sort of small scale thing. And like, even then, you could even come up with some sort of thing where, like, okay, I want a 3D printer. I could, you know, there could be some sort of like thing you contract with like a supply company where like, oh hey, I have a 3D printer. Could, like, if I make, you know, 3D, if I make, you know, like 20 bricks or 20 modular bricks, can we, like, you know, work out a deal for money? So like I could, you know, I make the bricks, I give them to you, you give me money, that kind of thing. That seems like it wouldn't be a bad idea. Then obviously, you know, you could negotiate it, so obviously you had, like, so, you know, like, maybe you got your 3D printer running, like, you know, like a third, 2/3, the entire month, whatever you need. But yeah, I don't know, it was a random thought, but it's definitely a thought I've had for a little while. Until next time, have a good day, great day even, and Chowskis.